Here we have a 2008 Ford Mondeo Zeta TDCi 140 Saloon in silver. Starting with the offside front tyre, taking a look at the tread depth here, you're looking at about 2mm there on the offside front tyre. Looking at the offside front alloy, taking a good look at the condition here. Very tidy alloys, no sign of any curbing or any scuff marks at all to the alloy. Looking down the offside of the vehicle, taking a good look down the bodywork. I personally cannot see any dents at all. There's one or two very light dinks, but nothing really to be worried about. Around the offside front arch, looks pretty clean. Just one or two light scratches, will need a couple of polish. A little bit of polish there on the driver's mirror. You've got some light scratches. I'll just need a little bit of polish there as well. Driver's door itself, taking a good look. Looks like it's had a bit of paint previously, but it's not a bad job at all. A couple of little chips down the door edge here, so definitely require a bit of paint. As you can see, I've got quite a few chips down the door edge of the driver's door. One or two of the light scratches on here will need a polish as well. Still, just some light scratches there. Rear passenger door, again, some touch-ins on the body here, as well as a bit of a mop and polish as well to some lighter scratches. Again, we've got some chips down the door edge of the rear door as well. Moving around to the rear arch, again, you've got some light scratches around here. Again, looks like it's had a little bit of paint previously. A little bit of a scuff there on the rear arch. You can see it's slightly out of line there as well. So a bit of paint there. Again, a bit of paint towards the rear arch there also. And the rear tyre on the offside, looking at about 2 to 3mm again. And looking on at the rear alloy, apart from a couple of light scratches and one or two minor little scuffs there to the alloy, there's no real sign of any heavy curbing or anything of the such. So a possible refurb, but not bad at all. I'm moving towards the rear end of the vehicle. As you can see at rear parking sensors, the paint on the rear sensor there has faded a bit. You've got a bit of a crease in the rear bumper there. So as you can see, there is a crease there. Slightly corrected the paint around the tow and eye cover and things. You've got a slight crack in the paint along the back here. Quite a few light scratches around here. I'll just need a good mop and polish. Apart from that, again, you've got scratches on the back here. So again, touch-ins of paint will be needed, like this one. Bit of a polish, again, you can touch in there and a touch in there as well. Near side rear quarter, again, just one or two light little marks. A couple of light scratches. You've got a scuff mark on the top of the boot there, so some paint will be needed on the top of the boot there as well. Take a look inside the boot itself. Again, you've got your parcel shelf there. Underneath the tray here, if we just try and lift it up, there's no spare wheels, so just your parcel shelf in there. Moving around to the near side of the wheel, again, we're looking at about 2mm of tread. Looking at the rear alloy, taking a good look at the condition here. A couple of scratches, but no curbing or any scuff marks. Looking down at the near side of the car, as you can see, you've got a dent on the rear arch there, so there is a dent there along with some scuffs, so some paint will be needed. But as you can see, there is a dent on the rear arch there. Small dent on the rear door and one or two light dinks down the front door. Again, on the rear door edge, just a couple of touch-ins, bit of a polish, just some light scratches on the doors. Again, a couple of touch-ins on the front door edge as well. Apart from that, it looks okay. Scratches on the mirror, that'll need a little bit of paint. As you can see, it's just take the paint off. Around the front arch, that looks fine. Again, a couple of light scratches there, and about 2mm on the front tyres. That is pretty close to changing. Looking on the front alloy, as you can see, got some scuff marks, a little bit of curbing as well on the alloy, so potential refurb will be required to the alloy. We've run to the front end of the vehicle, a couple of little chips here, stone chips. Again, you'd expect it really from a used car. Some stone chips around the bonnet of the car as well. Some scratches along here, they should be able to mop out, they're very light. There is a crack in the front fog light there on the driver's side. That fog light's fine. And again, you've got a cable here just so you can open the boot, because the boot, the bonnet release, sorry, is broken. But taking a look at the interior of the car, inside, as you can see, the full cloth interior, nice condition, no sign of any damage at all to the cloth there. So again, it's looking really well. Door panels are fine, back of the seats, even the carpets are in good condition as well. So everything looks in good order there. Taking a look at your driver's seat, again, looks nice. As you can see, there's no damage, only a little bit of wearing on the bolster. There we go. Front passenger seats also in nice condition. Dashboard and center console all looking pretty clean. A little bit of wearing on the gear stick and a little bit of wearing on the steering wheel, but as you can see, you've got cruise control, multifunction wheel and everything in there. Stepping inside the car now, as you can see, we have only the one key with the car, so just one key with the vehicle. And to start the car, the ignition lock has failed, so as you can see, you can turn the ignition on, but then to start the vehicle, instead of getting the barrels, you will need to get the barrels sorted out, sorry. As you can see, you've got to hold these down here, and it does start the car. So you've got to touch these two cables together to start the vehicle, so it just needs the ignition sorted out, the barrels, etc. But the car does start first time off that. 131,758 miles on the clock, and as you can see, there's no symbols at all on the dash. There is a service light which indicates on the dash, so it does require a service. Radio CD, it's all working perfectly fine there. Blowers work fine as well. A little bit of wearing on the buttons here, but again, nothing major. Air conditioning comes out nice and cold as well. Like I said, manual box. Taking a look at your documents. V5, we're looking at 3 owners on the vehicle. MOT, expiry date of June 20th, 2016. And looking at your service history, as you can see here, we've got a couple of Ford stamps as well. So 7, 10, 15, 26, 43, 56, 69, 83 and 97. Now it has had services done after this one, so I've been sold by the previous owner, but they just haven't been documented as he's done the work himself. But the last actual documented history was at 97,000, and the car does require service as we speak. But that's the lovely 2008 Ford Mondeo. Brilliant little workhorse, really good, as you can see, getting over 40 miles per gallon, but not in bad condition really for its age.